Hi everyone, have you ever experienced a moment that your phone pings with a message late at night and your heart suddenly races? Or you're spending time with your family but your mind keeps drifting back to that unfinished report? We're not alone. Statistics show that 94% of professionals consider work-life balance essential and more than half would prioritize it over a pay raise. Today, our team 易阳、郭、陈希煌、加瑶林、易凡正、阮恒芳 and myself, 金迪少, will guide you through solving this challenge together. Here's our core message. Achieving work-life balance is not an empty slogan. It is a positive change driven by effective personal strategies and strong organizational support. That means today you will not only gain insights into the causes of work-life imbalance, but also receive a complete set of solutions, allowing you to become a more efficient and happier professional. We will divide our talk into three parts. First, we will diagnose the problem, uncovering the real reasons behind today's struggles with balance. Second, we will explore solutions on both personal and organizational level. Finally, we'll give you a practical toolkit to truly implement balance.
When you look at this picture, it's not hard to imagine what this person is going through. Sitting at the desk, but their mind is full of work. Emails, deadlines, tasks that never seems to end. Honestly, this is how many of us feel after a long day. Even when we finally go home, it's hard to stop thinking about work. That's the first problem of work-life balance. Our work never really ends, and it follows us everywhere. Achieving balance may sound simple, but in reality, it's much harder than it looks. One big reason is long working hours. Many employees work late or bring their laptops home, which leaves very little time to rest or to recharge. Another challenge is that technology keep work following us home. Even after hours, messages and emails pop up. It's tempting to reply. And before we know it, we're working again. Because of this, it's very hard to truly switch off mentally. Even during family time or weekends, our mind are still running through unfinished texts, which creates stress and preventing real recovery. But it's not the whole story. A heavy workload and constant pressure makes maintaining balance even harder. Texts keep piling up, deadlines get tighter, and people feel like they're always behind. Another big factor is workplace culture. In some company, leaving work on time makes others think you are not committed enough. Stay late is often seen as dedication. The culture makes it extremely challenging to establish healthy boundaries. And finally, there's personal guilt. Even if no one is pushing us, we sometimes feel bad we're logging off on time or taking break. We worry about failing behind or letting the team down. That guilt makes us push over ourselves harder than we should. Put all of this together, long hours, technology, workload, culture, and guilt. And it's easy to see why achieving work-life balance is such a struggle. These are the main challenge that people face. Next, my teammate will share some solutions for how we can actually achieve balance.
Thanks, Yang. Given those challenges, what can we do as individuals? I propose three actionable solutions. First, intentional time blocking. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that employees who mentally detach from work report higher satisfaction and lower exhaustion. So, block your calendar not just for work, but for life. Lunch, family time, exercise, and so on. Protect these blocks fiercely. This creates structure against endless work creep. Second, enforce digital boundaries. The very technology that enable flexibility also creates the always-on expectation. The solution is simple but powerful. Turn off non-urgent notifications and log out of work apps after hours. This physical act signals to your brain that work is over, allowing for genuine mental recovery. Third, Practice strategic refusal. Research in the Harvard Business Review shows that inability to say no is a major driver of burnout. Your value is in your output, nor your hours. A simple framework is to acknowledge the request, state your current priority, and offer an alternative if possible. For example, you can say, I appreciate you bringing this to me, but right now my focus is on delivering X project. I can look at this next week, or we can discuss it if the task takes the priority. This is professional and protects your capacity. However, our individual efforts hit the wall if the system works against us. If presenteeism is rewarded over productivity, we are just fighting a losing battle. That's why sustainable work-life balance isn't just an individual responsibility, it's an organizational imperative. Now, Jiayao will detail the crucial company-level changes needed to make this possible for everyone.
Now I would like to introduce the solution for the problem of work and life balance. The solution is to change company's evaluation system. In the past, company will reward long working hour. However, now I want to let company to reward efficiency. Why this won't be effective? According to the research, if the employees work after 8 hours, their productivity will drop dramatically. According to Microsoft Japan's experiment, the employees work 4 days per week, their productivity can go up 40%. How does this one solve the problem? It discourages long working hours, which means that it resists toxic culture. If the employees finish their work early, they have the choice to leave early. So this is a way to maximize employees' output and their efficiency. While another solution is to introduce flexible and remote work. Employees have their own choice to decide the location and working time. Why this won't be effective? This one improves employees' satisfaction. Also, from employers' perspective, it reduces turnover 43%. The flexible work time and work location attracts top talent. How does this one address problem? It decreases personal guilt for leaving on time. Employees feel comfort about time and location. Also, it is a better work and life integration. Employees can have some snap or have some relax if they feel very stressful.
For individuals, time management tools and good attitude are important to achieve good work-life balance. For example, we can make use of time management tools like to-do list. After putting jobs need to be done one by one on it, we can know the workload and how many time we need to use to finish them. In this way, we don't need to think about works all the time, and the stress from the works will be reduced. And also by doing so, we can have a clear vision about the priorities so that we won't waste time on things are not that important. And also we can check progress by checking the list and see how many stuffs we haven't put the check marks on. And with the use of to-do list, we can have a better focus on our jobs and avoid some distraction and have higher efficiency. With higher efficiency, we can finish jobs easier and earlier to have more rest. When I say rest, I mean enjoy the rest and recharge from the hard work. And has anyone ever felt guilty while playing or taking a break? Yeah, that also happened to me once before. And while taking a break, we can fully enjoy the free time. And after the break, we can also have high efficiency while studying or doing the jobs because we didn't take enough rest. So after that, I have realized the importance of taking a real rest. We need to have a mindset shift to have a self-compassion and avoid burnout from the hard work. And by doing so, I have realized that work and life, they actually support each other instead of against each other. And we have seen how many effort we need to put together to have a healthier work environment, both by the individuals and the managers.
This part, I'm going to introduce the implementation steps. I mainly divided these steps into three small sections, which is policy implementation, support system, and action plans. The policy implementation means the flexible work arrangements, clear boundaries, and leave policies. The clear work arrangement means every time when you start working, you should schedule your working volume reasonably and divide your work volumes into several small parts, and you can connect each small parts with your little rest times. In that way, you can avoid the long time continuous work. The clear boundaries and leave policies means you should set a specific time, which after that time you should never deal any work stuffs. For example, if you set your leaving time on like 6 p.m., so that means after 6 p.m. you shouldn't receive any email or phone call on the work stuff. And support systems. On this part, I mainly focus on the company level on how to balancing the employees' work and life. So first of all, which is the most important part, I think, which is the manager training. So the company should train the managers how to arrange their employees' work reasonably and evenly. The manager should avoid give too much task on one specific employees, and manager should also know what is the signal of overwork from their employees. And the manager should also never send any email or phone call to their employees after the working times. And second one is wellness programs. Wellness programs means the company can open some common hobby course like yoga or a reading course to their employees to help them relieve their stress on the work and let them focusing back on into their life. And the company even could open the mental health consultant department to help their employees releasing their stress and go back to their lives. And the recognition and the encouragement means the company should not only reward the employees who did the most task, the company should also reward the employees who can balancing the work and life most well.
Let me sum up what we will talk about today. So firstly, for the problem, the work-life imbalance caused by long hours, blurred boundaries due to technology, excessive workload, and persistent guilt. Solving this requires efforts from both individuals and companies. On the personal level, we can proactively plan overtime, set clear boundaries, and learn to say no. Organizations, on the other hand, should move away from time-based evaluation and embrace flexible work cultures. Finally, for the implement, we encourage everyone to make use of time management tools and allow themselves to unplug without guilt. Companies must also implement rest-friendly policies and promote mentorship among leadership. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. And now it's my time to log off.
Sorry, the subscriber you dialed is not available. Please dial again later.